hope everybody enjoyed the music there to get us started. Thank you to everyone who's joining us here today. I'm super excited to share out with all of you some of the work that we've been doing on for the banana stand. Today, we'll walk through the agenda here quickly. So once again, as we usually do when we do these, we'll level set with the first step of realigning and sharing back what our vision is. We'll then go through at a high level and walk you all through the roadmap and call out a couple updates that we've made since the last time we've shared this. And primarily the majority of the time will be spent on talking through the different features or the different areas of the banana stand that the team's been working on from the design perspective. And TWX will actually be doing a walkthrough of all the different design features and new components that are going to be coming in the banana stand here shortly, and how they relate to not just the banana stand but the MonkeDAO design system as a whole. So that's kind of what our agenda here today. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So with our vision, as we usually do, just going back and highlighting what it is that we're focusing on. Obviously, we want the banana stand to become a central trusted hub, essentially helping members navigate and manage all things MonkeDAO related in a manner that enhances and evolves the membership experience both digitally and physically. Brand vision here, so there's going to be a road to get there, but we're very passionate about it. Essentially a personalized Monkey concierge of sorts. Way to stay connected, get rewarded, and grow as a member within the MonkeDAO ecosystem. Alright, so banana stand roadmap. This slide here hasn't really changed. All around the lens of building towards our vision of getting to a Monkey concierge. So I won't spend too much time here. For those of you who haven't seen this slide before, there is an announcement on it. We will also share this out. This session is being recorded and will be shared out, so there will be an opportunity to go back and view this slide or view this view. Essentially, at a high level, we started obviously with our migration since the purchase of the banana stand over from the interlace team. The team's been working on that, getting that over, and essentially getting a bunch of different enhancements that we want to get done within the banana stand out and live for membership here, as well as defining new membership features and capabilities within the banana stand that we're working on. So things like our profiles and badges, which you'll actually see a little bit about here today. Really excited to share that out. So you'll see some of the direction that we're taking with some of the work that we're doing there. And then obviously over time, as we evolve, we want this to be a true Web3 platform and have a bunch of Web3 integrations and systems. Imagine a platform where you can manage, operate, and run an entire community or an organization in a decentralized manner. That's essentially the vision that we're working towards with the banana stand, and a big part of that is obviously integrating and leveraging a lot of the power of Solana and the blockchain and the different tools, capabilities, and opportunities that we have within the ecosystem to really build a new way of building this community and organizational management system. So super excited about that. Next slide here. Second, just switching over. So this is a bit more of an in-depth view of where exactly we are within the roadmap. The items in green, as you can see, are items that have already been completed by the team. Broken down in the different rows here that you see is broken down by design, development, and operations. Operations being more the product management side, development obviously the dev work, and design being the design elements that we're working on. Moved it forward from when you last saw it, so there's a few items that have been completed in the past here that are not on the screen right now, just to try to simplify it. But you can see our breakdown. So we are here in September, pretty much leading up on breakpoint now. But you can see a breakdown of what it looks like that we have in progress at this exact moment, as well as what the breakdown for Q4 looks like as well. There's obviously more items that have been discussed, have been raised, things that we would potentially like to scope out and explore more in the future. We don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. We're trying to tackle everything step by step and make sure that our scope is being really focused and dedicated to delivering on the immediate capabilities and enhancements that we want to get out to the community as soon as possible. So this obviously will evolve over time. There will be new features added based on community needs and community expectations. But for now, this sets a high-level view of what exactly it is that we're working on at the moment. Items in green done, yellow in progress, and then gray are upcoming. Within the design, we have, obviously, we've done our quest redesign, marketplace redesign, which you'll see today, our profiles and history features, which you'll see today, badges and multipliers, which is pretty much done, just waiting on a blocker from myself that I'll get over to the design here team quickly, as well as staking designs. Today, we will actually walk through all of those items that I've talked about, and then after that, coming a little bit more in the future, so quote-unquote post breakpoint from a design perspective. Obviously, development's on a little bit of a different stream, just trying to get caught up and get that delivered, are things like a new member onboarding flow through the Banana Stand. So essentially, a new member to MonkeDAO, we want to build an experience for them to get onboarded. A dashboard. Yeah. Obviously, there's back-end enhancements and changes that we want to enable and do. Different quest flows, voting's been a long discussed item as well, which will be incorporated and be worked on from a design perspective. In terms of development, really been focused on migration. There's a bots refactoring that's been going on, which will actually have more to share out pretty soon here. So there's a whole asset bot, which you'll see in Discord, that's been changed. So if you go to the Monkey assets, you can see earlier today we were actually working on getting that linked up here today, so you can see some comments and you can try it out yourself. There's still some changes and some things we want to get obviously ironed out, but feel free to check out the channel Monkey Assets. Use the command, I think it's dress up, and you input which gen monkey you have and your number, and you can see a whole bunch of different features, different backgrounds, different banners, all that cool stuff. Feel free to play around with it. Let us know any issues that you run into. We just started rolling it out here today, so there's still some things that we're going to be doing, but check that out. As well as the team's been working on the rebuild, or like the redesign, or we'll call it rebuild, of the quest and marketplace. So taking in a lot of the comments and concerns that have been raised by membership to enhance that experience, which you'll see the designs that we'll walk through here today. Bunch more coming, but you can kind of see the view here, high-level items, different things that we're working on and accounted for, and doing a bunch of requirement definition and making sure that we're capturing the different use cases that we want to tackle with the build and with the design and build of these features. Yeah, won't take too much time there. Any more time here. You can see it. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. We will constantly be keeping this updated, and next month when we come through and do the next update, we'll have more to share and any updates as it relates to this roadmap view as well. So that's the roadmap. Now, diving into some of the design overview, I will quickly highlight and talk about some of the different features and capabilities that we've been working on from a redesign perspective, what we've done and why we've done it, just at a very, very high level. You can kind of see the points here, but TWX will actually walk through the actual Figma designs and the screens so that you can get a better sense of what exactly it is that we're talking about. Keep in mind that these are designs. These obviously are in development or are going to be delivered pretty soon here within development on the actual Banana Stand platform. And then the next slide after this that I'll talk is some of the new features that we've also designed for, which TWX will also walk through, but you can understand some of the overview and what we tried to accomplish by working on those components or those features. So obviously login, just a refresh, you'll see one of the things that TWX will actually walk through is a new design system that we've been building out for not only the Banana Stand, but MonkeDAO as a whole. So think about like all of our digital properties and elements within MonkeDAO. We want to have a unified look and feel. So having unified typography, different iconography, different patterns that we use with buttons. So essentially making an experience cohesive across all of like MonkeDAO's digital properties. And that's where a design system comes in, which we'll talk a little bit more about. In terms of Quest, so redesigning our Quest, that's the way that we show and display all the different tasks that a member takes and can undertake and do. Essentially, the way we display it, the way that we communicate the information to the end member is going to be enhanced and changed, which you'll see in the designs. In terms of shop and marketplace, the ability, obviously, one of the big issues that constantly comes coming up is most people don't like having to purchase one ticket one by one every time they enter a raffle. So the ability to do multiple transactions, introducing a cart within the shop experience, essentially setting up our design and our flow for a future state where we can also look at integrating and having different shop solutions within the banana stand for verified members. Think about things like we have our merch shops and Shopify integrations and all that sort of stuff, which will potentially be coming in the future. In terms of history and global components, so the way that you track all your interactions with Banana Stand or MonkeDAO, when you get awarded, when you place a transaction on the Banana Stand to purchase a raffle ticket or purchase an item. In the future, when you get awarded badges and you make profile edits and all that sort of stuff, will be tracked and monitored, and you'll have a full view of that on the front end as well as a user. So these are the redesign elements. Now continuing on to new features. So the different features that we've been working on and designing, in addition to obviously the redesign and redevelopment of the experience that we have available in production today, is quickly touched on design system, which TWX will talk a little bit more about, but essentially design system allows Banana Stand to build products and features faster and easier as we go forward, have a unified look and feel across our different digital properties. Introducing a profile and a membership catalog, so essentially a way for members to include a bio of who they are as a member, have a view of their holdings within the MonkeDAO ecosystem, what sort of interests you have or what sort of professional domain you're within, essentially setting up a platform and a way for different members to connect with other members, be able to verify that other members are who they say they are. In terms of their socials, I think one of the big issue that we have as monkeys is there's a lot of impersonators who aren't actually verified members or holders who like to steal your JPEGs and post them on social. So you'll have a way to verify within the catalog at least members who are connected and verified to connect through there. In the future, obviously, is having a better way for members to network and connect with other members through this experience as well. This will also lead into, I know one of the hot topics over the last week or so is, as people have seen the DeGods maps, obviously those of you who know, MonkeDAO has had monkey maps in the past. Some issues broke. We will be looking to bring that back, but essentially with the introduction of profiles and location-based, we will have a way for members to connect and also identify on monkey maps as well. Another feature that we've been working hard on and helping define is badges and multipliers. So in order to recognize your lineage and your history and your contribution within the MonkeDAO ecosystem, we will be introducing badges and multipliers. This will also factor into the staking feature and staking capability that we will be reviewing, and you'll see the designs of here a little bit as well. But essentially, imagine badges, multipliers is a way to build up your profiles, to identify when you're a participant, build up what one thing that we'll be terming here in the future is a MonkeDAO passport. So your participation, your contribution, both digitally and physically, so digitally, your interactions, your different holdings, your different whatever it may be, as you accrue through the history of being a member, as well as taking that to the real world as well when you attend IRL events, your local chapter affiliations, and all those sort of things. Bringing back collectability for NFTs through different multipliers based on different sub-DAOs or sub-communities they're involved in. Things, for example, if you have a special trait, there could be a multiplier that gets applied to that based on the different areas of focus that the community or that subsection of the community may be focusing on. So I know a lot of time recently within the NFT market has been spent on just buying floors, but we feel like there's an opportunity to bring back collectability and differentiation when it comes to features. I think badges and multipliers will play a big role in that. So that should be a lot of fun. We'll be taking in a lot of input and ideas from the community for that. And then staking. So staking has obviously been a big one. This relates back to DJ Donkey's proposal that we put through a while ago, and we have been working on in the background for quite a bit of time now, is figuring out our staking solution. So we'll walk through the designs on that. Obviously, there's still a lot of work to do in terms of getting a defined smart contract and completing the actual builds, but it is something that we've been defining and have designs. So these are the things we'll be walking through, as well as the previous slide in terms of the designs here today. Just wanted to give that brief overview, kind of speed ran through that. So now I'll hand it over to TWX to actually take us through and show you all the designs and see what exactly it will we're working towards to make it look like an experience like for you as a member as we are working on the development for this, and then we can we'll loop back and can address any questions or comments after we do this walkthrough. So I will now stop talking. I'll stop sharing my screen as well. TWX, if you want to take over and start sharing your screen, we'll go through the designs now.
Okay, hey everyone. Go live. Hopefully this works. Is that all good now? Sure.
Are you sharing?
Is it true? Okay. What about now?
Yep. You're good.
Cool. Thanks everyone. Yeah, so I'm just going to show you a little of what we've been working on at the moment. So I'll firstly just start with the design system. It's probably not something we'll dwell on for very long, but I guess the idea being that all websites, web pages, and so on reuse a lot of very similar elements, and so the idea for us with the design system is just to have basically a single source of truth for all of that sort of stuff, different states, different types of elements, and so on. And so this is what we've got here. We've got all the different text styles, different color styles, some of the larger components and the forms and buttons and all that sort of stuff. So if you break one out, for example, you can do some pretty cool things with these different sizes, add icons, all that sort of stuff. Make it very versatile. So that's the design system. We'll move along to some more interesting things. So last time I showed quests, and obviously that's kind of like the main part of Banana Stand as it is at the moment. We haven't had too much, I guess, progress in this area because we've moved on to other things, and the quest is basically finished. I think it's even coded up, so it's all that part at least is all ready to go in many ways. But one thing we have added is just a special area. There could be situations in where we have one-off events and things like that. So we now have a special section for quests like that. So it has the same view if you saw that last time, but just an explanation about the quest, how to earn the bananas and so on. And we have a kind of cool technical requirements area which kind of reads for whatever requirement for the quest, and we'll give you the bananas if you can achieve them all. So that's quests, pretty quick one. Shop is something I showed last time as well. One of the main things we've done recently with Banana Stand is align the filtering and search systems throughout the pages, because there are quite a few different pages that you will need to search or filter through, and shop is one of them. And so one of the things we've done in the shop is add this sort of filter, kind of similar to what you'd see in an NFT marketplace or something like that. Maybe you're searching through the attributes, etc. But say for example you wanted to filter by something like this, you could do so. You can reset them, and they will show again. So those are the updates to shop. And so moving on to some more substantial things. This is the current version of the profile. There's quite a bit here. You've got your username, information about when you joined, your bananas. You've got different tabs for badges and monkeys, and this is currently your overview and sort of like bento style layout. So you've got your information about yourself, the badges, information about your monkeys, your location, and your interests. And so one of the things that Moon mentioned just before was, like a member catalog, so we can get a better understanding of, who's in the DAO, what are their skills, what's their job, and so we've added a profession as well. And in order to edit that sort of stuff, you can do so from here. You can see all of this information, all the different fields. One thing you can also do, which we've added, is the ability to change the profile picture. So say, for example, I wanted to change to this one. This is obviously all of your owned monkeys, so you can only change based on what you actually own. And so you can change and it updates on the profile. And so one thing you may have noticed as well on this on the monkeys area is staked. And so I did mention that we have started working on staking in Banana Stand. So I'll open that one. And this is the current staking screen. It's obviously just very conceptual in terms of what's actually the information that's being shown, but it's all there. And so we have an info area just in case people don't actually know what staking is or need to know more about how to stake. And so you can close that information. So a bunch of just interesting stats. How many monkeys could be staked, percentage of the monkey staked, durations. These are completely not final, so all of this is just conceptual at the moment. Total value locked, and yeah. So say for example you came into Banana Stand and had 0 monkeys staked, you would see a screen like this, and then it would show all of this unstaked monkeys, and so it would allow you here to stake the monkeys. So say for example you wanted to select this one here, and you wanted to select this one here. Then you could choose a duration, say for 6 months, currently one that we've made up. It will tell you when it ends, and how far away that is. So you can stake. And so there were probably a lot more wallet shenanigans included, but obviously not for the sake of this demo. But you would get to the point where you would then have 2 monkeys successfully staked. You are now in the staked tab. You can see these 2 information about them, when it ends, the staking ends, and so on. You also have a sort of overview of all the monkeys that you've staked, sort of average of the multiplier that the monkeys are earning, and just like the actual boosted bananas. I think in terms of where we are at the moment, that's probably what I'm going to show you. We do have some other things cooking as well, but I'm looking forward to showing you those in the future. I will be in Singapore next week, so if you're keen to talk about design or a Banana Stand, what's coming up, then feel free to let me know. All right, thanks.
TW, can you also share the catalog view, the membership catalog?
Oh, we are sharing the catalog view? Okay.
Yeah, we can show that one too, I think.
Okay, it's not part of the demo, but... So we've also got a catalog view at the moment. This one's kind of unfinished. The idea is basically, like I mentioned earlier, you can kind of just have a better overview of who is in the DAO and what are their skills, and Rolodex sort of situation where you can network and so on. We have, at the moment, we've got maybe some sort of section. This is conceptual of who the newest members are, total stats of the members within the actual catalog section. We've got the filtering system that I showed a little bit earlier in the shop, and we've just got kind of like a card view of everyone at a sort of summary of everything about them. So, for example, they could be a product designer, they could be in the Banana Stand team, they could be part of some other sub-DAOs, and they could have some particular specialties or interests, and so on. And so that kind of, say if you clicked on that, for example, it would link back to the profile, a public view of that. That's pretty much it for members at the moment. Cool.
I think you guys kind of get a good sense of all the different features and capabilities that we're working on here. So a ton of work obviously goes into this in defining the requirements, building it all out, and also something that is, as TWX also alluded to, in development right now as well. So the first few screens that TWX did walk through, and TWX, I'll just share this screen. That TWX did walk through with highlighting their quests and shops. So those are the first couple experiences that we will be rolling out here pretty soon. Just got to finish off a little bit of development on that. There's been some changes and some things that have been going on. We obviously stacked up our team a little bit more as well. Got some more additional development support to help try to expedite that and get that out, as I know everybody's eagerly awaiting to bring that to market and start seeing these new experiences and start interacting with it all. So those are the first couple components or couple features that will be getting rolled out, followed up by the profiles, badges, and the catalog that comes with it. We believe that this opens up a lot of new ways that we can begin to reward members, the different ways we can start interacting and having members earning bananas, and just better connecting with other community members within the ecosystem as well. So we'll kind of pause there and see if anyone has any questions, any feedback, anything you want to see more of, anything you're unclear about, anything we should do differently going forward. Monkey Patrol gets banana multipliers. So that is, as you saw in the membership catalog that TWX shared, there is going to be an identifier for team members as well, be that whatever team you're on, Monkey Patrol, Town Hall, whatever it may be. In terms of what sort of banana distribution will be provided as a result of that, TBD. But in terms of having the capability to identify that and also attributing badges for it, that is definitely something that we'll want to do. Not only like attributing badges in terms of like an immediate, like even if, say, for example, I don't know whether we're going to have like banana bonuses or whatever for it, so don't quote me on it, but at least forever in your profile, you will have a badge that you were you were a member in some role within the DAO. So over time, as you build up your history within the community and everything that you've done within the ecosystem, does get attributed to you and your history. Will you extend the location to cities in the future? So in terms of like cities within countries, so yeah, like I think as we develop out the actual maps, there's going to be a level of regionality that I think we're gonna be attributed to. We probably won't dox you on where exactly you are in a city. I don't know if some people saw that on Twitter regarding the DGOS maps. We definitely won't do that. But in terms of having potentially like a city selection and stuff like that, obviously something will be explored for sure. We don't want to dox monkeys who don't want to be doxed. For sure. Cool. Any other questions, comments, feedback so far?
I just have a random comment just when I thought about it. By the way, if you're in Singapore and you want one of these cool hologram MonkeDAO stickers, hit me up. I've got like 100. That's it.
All right. So hopefully that was informational. Hopefully everybody got a bit of value out of that. We will, as I mentioned at the beginning of this call, start doing these a bit more regularly. So we are going to currently try to target and plan every second Wednesday of the month to do these demos. Today's was primarily focused on the design and showing you some of the new features and capabilities that we've been working on. In the future ones, we will obviously do more technical demos. We will do more like back-end like procedural demos of how we work, all that sort of stuff. So whatever the community and whatever you all would like to see from us in these demos, please let us know. We essentially just want to keep you guys informed on what exactly it is that we're working on, what we're spending our time on, and make sure that you all are a part of the process as we're building this all out. So if nobody else has any other questions or comments based on box your address right now. Cool. If no one else has any other comments or questions about what we shared here today, I think that pretty much wraps it up for us here today and what we wanted to share. If something does come up after the fact and you do have questions or would like for us to walk through in more detail, don't hesitate to ping myself or TWX, or yeah, just let us know. This has been recorded, so as soon as we get this over from Cream, for those of you who either want to go back and look and maybe take some more time and go through it a little bit slower speed, there will be a YouTube link that we will share out as well for those people who aren't able here to make it here and attend. So if there's nothing else, that is it for us for today. Short and sweet. Hopefully shows you all a little bit of what we're working on. Hopefully it gets you all excited. Hopefully it gets some ideas rolling. If there's something different that you would like to see, or as you re-review it and want to make any suggestions on, don't hesitate. We are open to all feedback. Other than that, we'll go ahead and wrap it up here for today. So thank you all, for those of you who are able here to attend. For those of you who are watching this back on recording, I hope you've enjoyed this session. And yeah, even if you're watching it back on recording, don't hesitate to reach out should you have any questions. And that's it for today. Thank you, everyone, and have a great rest of your day.